Listen to me. You have given birth to 2 children. You learned a new language. You will have no problem learning how to drive. So, clutch, shift, gas, drive. Okay, Bueno.
What is up, my friends? Hope you guys are having a great weekend. So I just got back from finally checking out A Man Called Otto. It stars Tom Hanks as Otto Anderson, a grumpy widower who is kind of like the curmudgeon of the neighborhood, the Grinch, without the whole Christmas per se. He pretty much spends his days. He's adjusting to life after his wife passed away. He just goes around, criticizing his neighbors about, the way they do things and how he only wants certain things his way. Well, his life changes big time when he meets his new next door neighbor across the street, a very sharp-witted and pregnant a woman named Marisol Mendes, played terrifically by Mariana Trevino. The two strike up an unexpected friendship that might just change Otto. As the days go by, they pretty much spend the days getting to know each other. He gives her driver lessons and all this stuff. And once he gets to know her and she gets to know him, I think over time she begins to strip away just a little bit of that grumpiness away from him and starts to see Otto for what he really is inside. And yeah, I gotta tell you, this was a movie that I was not gonna check out until it came out on streaming or whatever. But I decided, what the heck, the January is almost over. I have my list of January new releases that I'm gonna compile a ranking for, and I know A Man Called Otto was one that I had not seen yet, so I wanted that to be part of it. And so I'm glad I checked this out, because this was a wonderful movie. Tom Hanks proves once again just how terrific of an actor he is, and this is probably one of his best performances ever. He is terrific as Otto, but I really loved this friendship that he creates with Mariana Trevino's Marisol. She is terrific. This friendship that they have is just beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the friendships between Daniel and Mr. Miyagi in the Karate Kid movies, and then even Marty McFly and Doc Brown in the Back to the Future movies. Even though this is different circumstances, but it's still the same idea. They get to be really close, even despite Otto's grumpiness and curmudgeon-like qualities, that he wants certain things his way, but he's also doing some things that she doesn't know about. He's still struggling with his wife's death, and he's feeling, he needs to do something just so he could be with her. And he tries, let's just say he tries several times. And if you've seen, the rating and the content, you already know what I'm talking about. He tries several times, and there's always something that stops him from doing it, whether it's something actually funny or, just something, and, it's every time it happens, it gets me, this is a very emotional movie, but it also has a lot of funny moments in it. I mean, a lot. But it's well balanced between not necessarily laughs, but the humor and the dramatic elements. There is one of the funniest parts for me is toward the end, and I don't really want to say exactly what it is, because it kind of has a connection to a certain spoiler, and I don't want to give away. But I'm just gonna say it's got something to do with his heart, and it's pretty funny when you watch the movie, and after everything that's happened, yeah, it's the entire theater. I mean, a lot of the funny moments that there was I laughed and everyone else in the theater was laughing. You will laugh, you will cry, you will get teared up. I got teared up at the end. Um, but this is a movie this is one of those movies that I I couldn't help but get emotional. I'm a sensitive guy. I'm not afraid to cry. There's several movies that I cried in. One including A Walk to Remember. I've always cried during that movie during one certain scene. But yeah, A Man Called Otto. It's one of Tom Hanks' best. Great performances from him and Mariana Trevino. I loved her. I loved their friendship together. Um, I loved everything about this. If there is one little nitpick about this movie, though, I think it ran just a little bit too long. I think it drags just a bit. I think 2 hours and 6 minutes is just a little bit too long. And the reason is because there are some flashbacks in this movie. While some of them are a bit necessary, a lot of them aren't really, which most of them depict, him in his younger days and the days he has with his wife and everything. And I get that, but some of them I just don't think they were very necessary, but that's just me. But other than that, I absolutely enjoyed this movie. I love this movie. Tom Hanks is wonderful. Mariana Trevino is wonderful. I gave this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars on my Letterboxd. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 4 on my personal star rating. And this is definitely, I think, one of the best movies of the year so far overall, and one of the best of the month of January. But yeah, I'm gonna have my ranking. That's gonna be all the movies that I've done for January. I'm gonna have a ranking of all the new movies that I saw in January. It's gonna be on my other channel that I started. I don't have any videos on there yet, but this is gonna be my very first video for that channel. It's going to be strictly for ranking ranking videos, movie rankings, whether it's be movies in general or celebrity performances, whatever. I'm going to start doing new release rankings for each month of the year. I'm going to do a ranking for every movie that I see, whether it's an old movie or whatever, in that month. For each year, for this year. So I'm going to have a ranking also for the month of January for every movie that I've watched, whether it's an old movie or a new movie, whatever. I'm excited to get that ready for you guys. It'll probably take me a little bit to get that ready for you guys, but I'll have that up as soon as possible. But yeah, A Man Called Otto. If you haven't checked it out yet, you oughta go see it. That's what I did there. Oughta go see it. But yeah, thanks for clicking on this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below if you've seen A Man Called Otto. What are your thoughts on it? Did you love Tom Hanks in this movie? Because I sure as hell did. I thought he was great. Like I said, Mariana Trevino was terrific in this. Anyway, that's it, you guys. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one.